Oh yeah. What's up, you guys? It's your boy, Boss in the Benz. You know, plugging it up with Dutch. Shout out to Dutch, bro. Shout out to Dutch Bros for this mango smoothie. I guess I had 100 on it, so I'm guessing it's like 100 of some things. I don't know. But anyway, so I don't know. Today I'm cruising around in the Benz. I just wanted to make a little video on it because I've been getting a lot of questions, you know. Oh yeah. So I've been getting questions, you know, is your car, you know, a good vehicle to buy? And honestly, the Benz I have is the E350 Mercedes-Benz, and it's got the sports and the premium package with it. So that means it comes with the AMG rims, 5 spokes. It's got the staggered wheels, which means the back ones are actually thicker than the front, so they're like wider, you know, if you want to be technical about it. Gas mileage is all right. I mean, I drive this car every day. This is my daily vehicle. I drive it every day. Once in a lifetime, you know, I'll go to like LA and back. So it's a very good car. I can make it from Sacramento all the way to Los Angeles with a whole tank of gas, and I won't have to fill up till I get there, or probably the next day. You know, it depends how tired I am. But overall, it's a pretty good car. I've had it for a year and a couple of months now, and I haven't had any problems with it. You know, the only thing I did have was that one of my tire valves, it came loose, so I had to get that replaced. But it was just $15, so that's like nothing. So, you know, overall, it's a very good car. The only thing that is expensive though is the maintenance, like brakes. You know, I paid almost $700 just for the brake pads and the rotors. Like, damn. And then engine oil, that's like $200. You know, it's 160 something, so almost 170. So round it up, $200. Oh yeah. So what I do recommend, if you do want a Mercedes, which I do recommend, you know, they're very nice cars, they're very elegant, they're considered luxury cars, but they are very costly when it comes to maintenance. So I do recommend, if you're gonna get a Mercedes, have money, all right? Because if you ain't got money, you know, if you can afford a Honda, buy a Honda, all right? Doesn't matter if people are gonna laugh at you, whatever. You know, just get a Honda. So it's all right. You know, I'd rather save money on gas than be spending money to look rich. You know what I'm saying? So, reason why I bought this car in general was because, you know, it just caught my eye, and the story with this funny. So I went to a dealership trying to buy a 2011 Dodge Challenger RT. So it was a Hemi, and when I got there, it turns out it was sold. So, you know, I was out of luck. And I was like, well, how about for that Jeep Rubicon? You know, it was all black. It had red interior, black rims, lifted, had a hydraulic system. So, you know, it was able to go off-road, basically. And turns out that car was sold too. So I was like, oh my goodness. So what am I supposed to get, right? So, you know, I was like, how much for those trucks over there? And we started doing some numbers, and goddamn, they were like 30 grand. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. And then I was doing the paperwork for my credit score, and me and my mom, we saw this car, you know, a silver Mercedes, tinted windows. Like, you can't see none. My windows are dark. I mean, you can see perfectly clear through them, but on the outside you can't see nothing inside. And, you know, I told my mom, I was like, hey mom, do you ever see me in one of those? And she was like, yeah, I see you in one of those. That's hella nice, da-da-da. And then turns out it was the guy doing our paperwork. So I was like, whoa. Oh yeah, shout out Sergio. This car's good. Nah, but what's it called? So yeah, he comes in, he's like, you know, hey, I brought your car, let's go for a test drive. And I was like thinking it was a joke, so I was like, yeah, let's go. And then once he said get in, gave me the keys, I was like, whoa, you for real? He was like, yeah. And I was like, oh shit. Then it was gonna hop on one leg. So we went to Starbucks and everything, you know, to test drive it. You know, how many guys at a dealership lets you take a test drive just to go to Starbucks, you know? So it was a pretty good thing. And yeah, one thing led to another, ended up with the car. So I love it. Car loves me, even though it has no feelings. Nah, just kidding. And then, fun fact, I did get in a car accident. This car was damaged. I'll show the photos and now. So as you can see, it was pretty bad, but what can I say? Yes, I was hella mad. I was able to fix it. I went through a whole year trying to deal with lawyers, deal with insurances, but overall, got it cleared out. So back in the car is looking sexy again. I did get hit with the Hummer, but well, not a Hummer. I got hit with an actual Humvee. Like, I was at a military base and the Humvee decided to park close to me, and one thing led to another, broke my tail light. But that's all right. Bought me a tail light, so I'm back to square one. So overall, like I was saying, this is a very good car. If you want to buy a car that's a Mercedes are actually more durable. Not to talk anything bad about BMW, because I actually love BMWs too. They're very sport looking cars. They look mean, I ain't gonna lie. But Mercedes is more of a class vehicle. You know, police aren't really gonna look at you weirdly when you're driving by or anything, because normally people who drive Mercedes, like I was told, quoted from whoever this guy was, he said typically guys who drive Mercedes-Benz are normally older people, which means you're less likely to do something like spin out and everything. Which I did, of course. But that's besides the point. I stopped doing that because obviously everything's got to be synthetic. That shit's expensive. So back to square one. What I do recommend, if you're gonna get this car, have the money for it. Be ready for any big expenses you might have for it, and you know, just be aware of all that stuff. Look into your maintenance first. Look into registration fees. Look into smog fees. Look into every little detail, even the reviews on it. You know, because you don't want to get a car that later, like 2 months later down the road, the tranny blows. So thank you for watching. Boss in the Benz, or Al, however you want to say it, however you want me calling me. Just make sure you like and subscribe for next video. Oh yeah! Once again, thank you Dutch Bros for this Dutch. I got it for free, literally. And we're not sponsored by Apple yet, so Apple, come on, speed it up. Versace, if you're trying to sponsor us too, you already know where to find me. Oh yeah!